Welcome again to the course SCI 200 Introduction to Computer. In this video, we'll explain the basic features of Windows. I'm using the Windows 10 version, and I will give an overview of the basic features in a Windows computer. This screen represents the desktop of my computer where we can find the shortcut of the available software in my computer. Also, I can add files to my desktop, managing the files, creating folders, and many things. First, I will give an overview on the start menu of the Windows 10. So to access the start menu in Windows 10, we simply click on this button. This button represent or this screen represent the start menu in the Windows 10. Here I can access the power of my Windows where I can shut down my computer, I can restart my computer, and I can put my computer to sleep. Here I can access the computer settings. So if I click on settings, I can access the settings of my computer. Also here, I can access my pictures on my device, my documents, and I can, if I click on my username, I can sign out my username. I can change my settings, change my password, login password on my PC, for example, and I can lock my PC. Also, in the start menu, you can find your recently added software to your computer. For example, here I can find the Office that we will explain during this course, Microsoft Office products such as Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. You can find the many applications and softwares available on your computer. Now let's see how to create folders and managing the folders, how to create files and deleting files, moving files. So let's see. To create a folder, we simply right click on the mouse. On the mouse, we have two buttons. We have the left button and the right button. So if I said right click, we should click on the right button. And if I said left click, we should click on the left button. So to create a new folder, we simply click on the right button on the mouse. So it's named right click. Then we click on new, which means left click. A click mean left click. So if we click on new, click on left click on new, and then left click on folder. Now we have a folder on my desktop. I click enter, the folder is named new folder. So again, to create a folder, we right click on the mouse, then click on the new, then folder. I can directly assign a name to my folder. For example, I can name it my folder. And if we want to rename the folder, we right click on the folder, then click on rename. So I will rename it my folder 2. Now, if we want to delete a folder, we simply right click on the folder, then click on delete. The folder now is deleted. Now, if we want to copy a folder, we right click on the folder, then click on copy. Now we need to right click. For example, if we want to copy this folder in my desktop, we right click on the folder, then click copy, and I need to right click another time on the mouse, then click on paste. Now my folder is copied to the desktop. Sure, I can rename my folder to, for example, my folder 2. Now, if we want to delete the folder, we right click and click on delete folder. We can we have a shortcut to copy and paste anything, a folder or a file. So instead of right click on the folder, then click on copy, I can select the folder, then we click on the control button on my keyboard. So hold the control button, then click on the C button, control C, holding the control button, then click on the C button on my keyboard. Then I want to paste the folder on my desktop. So I have a shortcut. Instead of right click on the mouse and click paste, I have a shortcut to paste anything. So we hold the control button, then click on V. Now my folder is copied on my desktop. So Ctrl C to copy the folder, then Ctrl V to paste the folder. Now, if we want to move a folder to any location, so for example, I need to move the my folder copy inside my folder. Simply I can hold the left click button on my mouse and drag the folder inside the original folder. Now the copy of this folder is moved inside the original folder. Now to open the folder, I want to see what's inside. So we double click, which means I click twice on the left button. It's named double click. So I double click on my folder. Now I can see the copy of the folder inside. So we copied a folder and we moved the copied folder inside the original folder. If I want to move this folder outside the original folder, so we can hold the left click on the mouse and drag the folder outside this folder. So now we moved the folder, the copied folder outside the original folder. Also, I have a second option to move a folder or file simply by right click on the folder, then click on cut. And if I want to move the copy inside the original folder, for example, this folder, my folder, we right click inside this folder and click on paste or Control V to move the folder. So again, I need to cut the folder, or I have a shortcut to cut the folder. We hold the control button on the keyboard, then click on X button on the keyboard. It's a shortcut to cut the folder. Then we need to paste, which means we can use the Control V paste, Control V shortcut. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste, Control X to cut. If I want to redo my job, so I don't want to move my folder, I can revert my change to the previous step. So if I click on, if I hold the control button on the keyboard, then click on the Z button, Z. So now I reverted my action. So if I move this folder inside my folder and click on Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, the action is reverted. Now, if I want to create a simple file in my computer, we simply right click on the mouse. So for example, if I want to create a file in my folder, I right click on the mouse and click on new. And here I have different types of files. I have the simple text file. I have the Microsoft Word document, which we will see later on in this course. Also, we'll see the Microsoft Excel sheet and the Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Now I need to create a simple text document. So I click on text document and I give a name to my text file. For example, now I want to copy this file to the second folder. So I click on Ctrl C, then I open the second folder, and here I can click Ctrl V. Now I have a copy of my folder, of my file inside both folders. And the same actions apply on the file. So if we want to delete a file, we right click on the file, then click on delete. If I want to move a file from a folder to another folder, I can also drag this file from here to here. I can cut and paste, so Control X, Control V. The same actions apply on the files and folders. So here, for example, I want to delete this folder. So we can click on the delete button on the keyboard directly and the folder now is deleted. Or I can, so I click on Ctrl Z to revert that change. So I can, or I can right click on the mouse and click on delete, the same action. Now I have a folder, an empty folder. I want to create a file, a simple text document. Now, if I copy my folder that contain a text document and paste also on the desktop, now I have two folders with the same content. So this folder represents a copy of the previous folder. Now, if we want to search for a document inside the computer, we can click on the search button in the taskbar. Here, this represents the taskbar of the computer. So if we click on search, I want to search the created file, text file. So it's located on my desktop inside my folder. So if I right click on the text file and click on open file location, it will open the location of the file. So that's how we can search for any file or folder or any software or application inside the Windows 10 inside my computer. So we click on the search button, then we type what we want to search. I want to search the created text file named text1. So it's located inside the desktop, my folder here.